Okay, we
Yes.
should be
Brilliant, we're
live. Yes, and you
We
also
have gone somewhere. Let me
on.
check the audio on my end.
Come
Oh,
on.
I can hear you talking about the audio.
Lovely.
Congratulations.
Hello,
Excellent.
everybody,
Everything
and
seems to work.
welcome to another episode of the Artshack, number 37, I believe. Today's gonna be a bit of a short one where I do a little bit of sketching, mostly. Not gonna do much of a coloring thing on it, but essentially, Bleach has agreed to tell us a little bit of a story of a monster he might or have seen in his younger years. And with
No, only about 10 years ago.
yeah, so very young. Sorry. And with us
Yeah.
today,
He
it's,
wishes that was in his younger years.
yeah.
Poor
Well,
Bleach.
technically, I'm older than that in that case. But yeah, I am joined by the Australian Besek to make sure that my technology doesn't betray me, as it tends to do sometimes. Also, he's here to just make sure there's more noise in the background. And of course, Bleach, because without Bleach, we wouldn't have the theme and the story.
Yes. Although now I have to ask, the way you introduced Bezic, is there a non-Australian version?
Someplace, I believe, there is another Besek who is just hiding and waiting for this Besek to croak so he can take over.
Oh, so it's
But
like
enough
pod
about
people.
Atlantis.
There you go.
Yeah.
There's a Polish village called Besek. There you go. There you go. Well, so
Well, I mean, I did steal the word from Hebrew. You know, because it would piss off all the right people.
yes,
Ah.
good.
It
Well-
means like lightning or thunder or something.
Cool. Well, I'm just Trym,
See.
the only Jotun king who managed to steal the hammer, but his plan was so retarded that he deserved to get axed. I feel a kinship with that man.
Do you now?
Yes. I can have a genius idea, but I will always sabotage it on my own. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm self-conscious about it. Well then, Bleachy boy, do tell us, describe the thing I'm gonna be drawing today.
Well, do you want the description or the story first?
You can do the description and then do the story, so I can have something.
All right. So, this thing I saw stood about... If it stood upright, it would have been about 7 or 8 feet tall. And almost entirely black. And unfortunately, but it walked on all fours, kind of like if a person was walking on all fours.
Oh.
And
Easy, Besek.
you know, this is and its head was a bit like if somebody had kind of like an elongated face
Okay.
out of the front of it. Yeah, it was very disturbing to just see this thing just for a glimpse. And of course, it was in a kind of an urban setting, which made it even stranger.
Oh. At least there was no urban violence. Right?
And this was in the time before Bleach ever really touched alcohol, too.
Oh.
And Bleach doesn't do other things. That's...
Huh.
Yeah. Never has, never will.
Good. So, how many, if you try to remember things, do you remember how many digits on his finger, on his hand was? 3, 5?
It was like 4, I would say.
Alright. Then I will try that. I'm pretty sure you're not a foot fetishist, so you probably didn't spend any time looking at his feet. So I'm just gonna...
Well, the thing was, it was only like the front portion is all I could really see of this thing because it was,
Oh.
the lights were, it was a very dark area, but it was something where it would like start coming into the light a little bit and then I could just see like basically the front 3/4 of this thing. Yeah.
Like, did it have sharp teeth protruding from his mouth, or was it just one of those eerie...
No, the mouth was closed.
Oh.
The mouth was closed. And the thing that made me pay attention to the details on this is there were no eyes. I mean, it was like there were sockets, but there were actually like no eyes.
Oh. Could it be that it had really eyes that were really like deep into its
No.
Oh.
No.
So just hollow fucking holes then.
Basically, yeah.
Ooh.
Yep. And,
Please.
yes.
Did you see Maureen?
Oh damn.
No,
Hello,
it
everybody.
wasn't wearing clogs.
Ah, there you go. Did it have any hair?
It'd mostly be fur, kind of fur covered entirely, but it was just so black and dense. It's like it was a really fine matted hair.
Oh god, I almost said something there. No. Good. Oof.
Oh dear.
We spicy here.
Yeah.
Alright, now. So, I mean, just basic, just go ahead and ask some questions as well, because this thing, I'm already starting to get a certain image. So it's covered in thin fur, and it is
Right.
full on. It's a
So it's vaguely mammalian.
Yes.
What's it like in the teeth department? Are we talking herbivore or carnivore? I'm getting carnivore from Trym's drawing.
I would definitely say it was. If it ate things, it would be carnivorous, but its mouth was mostly closed. And when it did open its mouth, it was just like this black emptiness as well. It was.
So
It was
just
almost
sucks
like it was like
out
a.
of people.
What's that?
Just sucks the souls out of people.
oh.
Kinda,
And
yeah.
I can't finish the joke I'd like to, damn it.
I know.
I don't have a soul to be sucked out of.
Well, I only have half a soul, so it wouldn't get a full kill from me.
Leech's ginger.
Only in the beard department.
Brother. Well,
Yeah.
what about
Yeah,
like the stomach and chest area? Was it firm? Was it flabby?
It was just solid.
Oh.
Yeah, it's there was no definable musculature except for like in the forearms.
Okay.
Okay, so between the torso and the arm, the overall balance, are we thinking speed or strength?
Strength. Oh, it was pure strength.
Strength.
And intimidation. That was the other thing.
Okay. Like, how would you say its posture was? Like, closer to a gorilla? Because that's what I'm going for here. Like a monkey.
When it was moving, but its legs were kind of proportional to the arms in size.
Okay. Well, I
Because
can
it you know how a gorilla will walk kind of upright. Well, this thing kind of was bent a little bit forward when it was moving.
So like an actual human on all four. That's... Oh god, that's
Yeah.
fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
I hate that walk.
It was yeah, it was very disturbing to see this thing, and stalking me for about half a mile, 3/4 of a mile, something like that.
Huh.
Yeah, it was very, very disturbing.
No horns then?
No, not really. It was.
So not
It was
the
very
Wednesday.
human styled head, but it's like the face was extremely elongated, almost canine like.
God damn it. There's so many references I want to make, but I'm not allowed to. But there's a certain political figure that I'm thinking of that describes him.
Oh, jeez.
No, I wasn't in New Zealand when I saw this.
You got it too.
Oh, yeah. We're skirting the fucking subject like kings here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright.
Well, I mean, I am a Plantagenet by descent, so.
So, like, this, God damn it. So, this pose here isn't quite right then. I'd have to have the raise the back a bit more.
Or shorten the arms a little bit. But yeah, I mean, that when because there was a moment where it kind of stood upright-ish,
Okay.
where it was like it was looking for something.
You.
And yeah, it was it was just kind of like, what's going on with this thing? You know, and of course, I'm walking away from this, trying not to panic my friend beside me.
Oh.
But she looked back and saw it and kind of freaked out a little bit.
Understandable.
And yes, little green Martian, I am a bastard of the Plantagenets.
The fuck is a Plantagenist?
One of the older houses of the kings of England.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. So, Bleach, I believe that means that you owe me reparations.
Only if I become king of England again.
I mean, the queen
No,
is
no,
dead.
no. Guilt by association.
Yeah, I mean, sure. If you want that with inflation, I'm willing to give you about $350.
Goddamn, like that sponsor.
You can never trust them.
But I'm willing to give it to you in Zimbabwe dollars.
And real money then?
The postage would be worth more.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see.
And no LGM, it definitely did not have hooves. Definitely not the Jersey Devil.
You weren't in Jersey, huh?
No, I was actually in Salem, Massachusetts.
Oh.
Yeah, doing some
Right.
historical, tourism and that sort of stuff. And yeah, then this thing happened that night.
Oh, fucking Jesus. God fucking damn it.
What?
I can't say, but I am going to...
DM it to me.
I'm going to DM it to you both because I've typed in Salem cryptids into the Google machine and I've been woefully scarred.
Oh, God.
Oh dear Lord, why?
This
So I'm
is
going to send this to the two of you. Oh, it's going to make you want to jump it. Can't say that on YouTube either.
Oh, Lord. So, you can start telling us the story then of how this event started.
Oh my God.
What?
Oh, it's not YouTube safe.
It is not YouTube friendly.
No.
Wow, that's amazingly bad.
That made me, oh,
Yeah,
God.
chat can do their own Googly and figure out exactly why we're not talking about that.
Yeah. I mean,
At least on this channel.
it would set
Bleach,
me off.
Am I reading this right? There's an international monster museum in Salem.
Yes.
Trym, road trip.
Let's go.
I'm trying to remember when did it say that opened?
God. Oh God, it's literally like it's fallen out of the friggin' out of an episode of Scooby Doo.
Oh, of course.
Right.
Oh,
Like seriously, it looks like it's fell out of straight out of an episode of Scooby Doo.
yeah, I found it, and yeah, that's bad.
That's wow.
So, what about this
Yeah.
post here then, Bleach? Is that more correct?
Yes, that is much more correct.
Alright, then I'm gonna see if I can work more with this.
Oh, I'll throw the thing in live shows. That's a good idea.
There you go.
Ah, yes.
At me when you do. Oh wait, no, I have a live stream.
You've already seen it.
Alright.
But yes, everyone can suffer through that too.
Oh.
That's what happens when you search Salem cryptid, by the way.
Yeah, that just oof.
That was painful.
Can you say fucking cursed?
Fucking cursed.
Fucking cursed.
There you go. So, now let's distract ourselves from the bad shit and have Bleach tell us about the time he almost got his soul eaten by a fucking abomination, which I cannot go further into.
Well, first of all, it was definitely not
Salem, not
that type of
the
cryptid.
District of Columbia.
So, oh gosh. So, I guess I should start off with a little bit of background to the trip itself. So, big history buff, had a friend who lived up in Boston, and she actually lived right like 3 blocks from the USS Constitution. She's moved, so this isn't doxing. But you know, so
Better not be.
got all excited, went on that trip. And no, Maureen, I'm not going to explain the twerking too much.
Thank God.
But
He likes that big juicy booty. What?
Maureen, entertain
Of
Bleach
course.
with your twerky booty.
oh gosh. So anyway, back to the story about this thing, and you know, starting with the background. So went up, visited the USS Constitution, the oldest commissioned naval vessel still in existence, and because I have some family history with the Salem witch trials, we thought it would be fun to go up to Salem. And when I say history in the Salem witch trials, I have 3 relatives that were convicted and 2 were executed. So naturally, it's like, oh, I'm gonna have fun with this. And so we go up, and it's kind of like this overcast day to begin with. And at that particular time, they had not specifically identified where the hanging hill was, where they executed the witches. And so we go and visit the Witch Museum, which is I don't know why they called it that at the time, but basically it's the oldest historic house still standing where the witches were held for trial. So I was all about that. That kind of got me excited because it's like, all right, cool, historic house, get to go and do some exploring with some old architecture and stuff like that. So we're go poking around. Of course, there's all these like dumb like, oh yeah, here, go buy your crystals bullshit. And I'm having none of that. And but so go looking around and make our way to the what was originally identified as the Hanging Hill, which is not actually where it was. And it's a park, and end up poking around there. It's dark by this time, and when I say dark, I mean it's almost pitch black, even though it's in the cities here. So we're walking back because we've got to catch the train, which we've got to go up to Salem Common to get to. And we're walking down this particular street, and I'm noticing that it's like the street lights behind us are going out. So that's got me curious.
That's a good fucking sign.
Yeah, so it's like we'll walk under a street light, get to the next one, and then the one that immediately behind will go out. And then basically go to the next one. The one that was out will turn back on, but the one that I'd been immediately under will turn off. And this continued for at least half a mile. And I just kept feeling like I was being watched more so. And there were houses and residential area. And I just kept feeling like I was being watched more and more. And that's about the time when I turn around and I see this thing just like it's almost moved too quickly before the light goes out. And I see this thing like 2 or 3 times, and it's pacing with me. And my friends start saying she's feeling like we're being watched and stalked. And I say, don't worry about it. We'll be fine.
While looking at this fucking thing, huh?
Yeah. And then she turns around and she sees it, and she's like, we got to get the hell out of here. And at that point, I'm like, look, we can't run because whatever this thing, whether it's in our mind's eye, reality, what have you, but our perception is, because we didn't talk about it at the time. And we were just like, okay, this is intense. This is something not right. And we pick up the pace and we turn a corner into old downtown Salem. And this is right where what was identified as the, where they hung the witches. That was, we turned the corner right there, walked past where the monument would be in future, and went up another half block to, I think it was a Lutheran or Presbyterian church. And then all the lights came back on. Just completely came back on.
So as soon as you got into a consecrated church, then it just stopped.
Yeah. It was just like, what the fuck? This makes no damn sense. So, end up going back to, towards the train station. And we have to go past, is it Howard Street Cemetery or something like that? Basically, it's the oldest cemetery where my relatives who were executed for witchcraft were buried. And this other figure about the size of a man, not this monstrosity that you're drawing here, ends up like running past me, like it's running in a loop.
Okay.
And I've just had enough of it, so I jump the fence and try to chase this thing down, because I'm just tired of this shit at this point. And it just disappears.
Huh.
Intriguing.
Yeah, well, but it doesn't quite end there. That's where it gets weird. So the train's pulling past, basically where the hill was where we thought the execution was, but it turned out not to be. And it's like, my friend and I, we're sitting there talking, and we both stop and look at this woman like 5 rows up. And she's got the hollow eye thing going too. And she gets off at the first station. And it's just like, what the fuck have we encountered? I can't explain it. It was just so damn weird, but it stuck with me all this time.
Understandable. Well, at least it didn't try to chase you down and eat you. So again, if you had tried to run, then
it may be. I mean, it just seemed like it was all about intimidation and presence. That's what I got from it. It was just like, it's there to fuck with you and try to get people to react. Just like a leftist on Twitter.
Yeah.
But yeah,
maybe it only could do things to people after they reacted to it. Maybe.
So, well, Arden, since you came in late, this was in Salem, Massachusetts. So, yeah, it was one hell of an experience, let me tell you.
Okay.
Changed my perspective on a lot of things in life.
I can imagine. Especially the part where it stops following you and stops being a presence as soon as you get to a church.
Yeah. Yeah, and I've never heard of anybody experiencing anything quite like this before. yeah, it was very strange.
Could it be that it was something to do with the people that got executed then?
That's my assumption. I think there was some definite tie into the location and just the whole atmosphere of the place. Because, people, I have this belief that when people start believing in a thing, that they can kind of manifest it out of the ether, just human willpower, kind of a mass delusion for some people. Where what's the term? Talpa is it's like this Buddhist concept of if you focus enough energy, psychological energy at something, that you can start to actually see it in your everyday life.
Sort of like
It's
the manifestation principle.
Interestingly
Yes.
enough, that's very common in a lot of places, especially Asia,
Mhm.
to have assorted gooby Watsits that absorb psychic energy and then come to life in some form or the other.
Yeah.
Weebs know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Not going further there.
Weebs got. Oh,
So,
God.
well, Arden, your witchcraft ancestor. Maybe it was one of your forebears, homunculus, looking for an inheritor. No, actually, one of my ancestors that was executed was John Proctor, one of the most famous witch trial victims there is, and his wife, and his mother-in-law.
Wow. They just took the whole family there, huh?
Pretty much, yeah. It's like the kids were left alone, but yeah, it was, he, his wife, his mother-in-law, and so that's who I'm all related to.
Have you ever theorized if maybe it was the spirit of some of them, maybe?
No, it definitely was not. Because whatever this thing was, it's not like, hey there, you descendant, come on down, we've got some, cool shit to show you. It's like, no, it was more, pure intimidation.
Oh,
And that it was pure intimidation.
territorial, maybe?
I don't know. That's the thing. It was like, yeah, it was definitely strange.
Yeah.
And it definitely left a lasting impression. If this is not far from what I was seeing.
That's good.
Scary, actually.
Well, I hope I'm not reawakening too much past trauma.
No.
I have a tendency of doing that sometimes. Unintentionally.
You say that, but
It's a hobby. It's a skill. It's a gift.
a gift, you say?
Yes, well, for me
Take
is.
it back, exchange it, keep the receipt.
No. I have few other skills. I need to keep the ones I have.
Yeah. Well, and I will say, because I'm, just reading Arden's comment, a lot of old witch lore and fairy tale survive up in Newfoundland.
Well, that's because it's not real.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, he's a fairy himself.
Yes. I mean, just look at the sparkling wings he have.
But I did notice there was like this
a gay
weird
vampire.
vampire or trampire.
Oof.
Yes.
A vampire only goes in trams.
Yes.
By the way, Bleach, did it have any claws, or was it just nailed hands, or?
There was like just like it was far enough back where I couldn't really see like definition of like nails or claws or anything like that. But yeah, I mean, it distinctly had like 4 digits, and just it. You know how like a cat walks when it's kind of got like an injured paw?
Yeah.
It had kind of that gait to it when it was walking. Yeah, it was interesting.
That just makes things look even more unnerving.
Oh God! Really? You don't say.
That's the guy who wasn't there.
Yeah. It was just this weird culmination of, 'cause you get these weirdos that hang out there, and it's like, yeah, like on the streets of Salem, kind of like, yeah, I'm a witch, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, okay, you probably have mental delusions.
Yeah, and here you come, not doing any kind of witchcraft, and it's like, hey there, let me talk to you
Yeah,
about
and
the
it's
boy.
like, oh, I'm getting fucked with today. Arden, it was like solid black is basically the only color, but it was dark, and it was kind of moving in between streetlights. So it's like, could it have been dark brown? Maybe, but it just looked black to me.
Would have made for a real fucking cool horror monster.
I mean, it kind of already did.
Yeah. I mean, for a
But he
movie,
reckons
that
it
is.
was awful.
Yeah.
It would have been better if it was a movie monster, I guess.
LGM, they were doing those ghost tours, but I don't know of anybody who in that area that was well over 7 feet tall and could walk kind of naturally like that. That's what got me. It was an odd gait, but it was very natural.
The only time I've seen a person do any natural movements on all fours is when a chick smacked a dude and ran away, and he just went down on all fours and ran after. Like, he galloped, dude. It was kind of fucking weird. I saw a video and someone had fucking clipped in Dark Souls boss music, so it was really fitting too. That bitch got panicked.
Yeah, I can imagine. I know I would.
Yeah. And you met this shit in the dark. Damn.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's not the only thing I've encountered weird like this in the dark, though.
You got a lot of
But,
stories
yeah.
then, eh?
Quite a few. I mean, none of them are quite this visceral and describable. But yeah, I might have seen a thing or two through the years.
A man with experience.
Yeah, well, it's yeah, I could say some things, but I won't.
So then this would be the closest thing to it then.
Very, very. It's like the lips are a little thick on it, but then again, I didn't. It's like the shape of the face is right.
I kind of, when you started talking about this, I remember having seen a book, what was it called again? Humanity's Future or something? Future Humanity? Shit. God damn it. Essentially, it's one of those books where people describe a different evolutionary story for different forms of humanity. It's kind of, I don't remember the name of it. All Tomorrow. I think it's All Tomorrows. The book is called.
Yep. And LGM just popped in there with it.
Yeah. Essentially, and a lot of these, what you described reminds me of some of the creatures described and pictured in that book.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh. I've never heard of that book.
You should check it out, dude. It's got some really cool lore. And it goes over like millennia. Fucking thousands, if not millions of years. Let's see.
And no, Everard, I've never done shrooms. The only intoxicant I've ever had is alcohol. So there you go.
So let's see. But you also said that there was this woman who also had like black voided eyes.
Yes, on the train.
Yes. Do you think she could be connected with it?
Oh, possibly.
That's pretty normal.
Yeah, she could have just been a thought.
That too. It's a black hollow eyes, sunken, because she knows she has
Yeah.
a real future.
Yeah, and see that was the honestly the disturbing part about her was it's not like they were black eyes. There was just nothing there. It was just empty sockets. Yeah.
I mean, just still not sounding out of the normal here.
Yeah. No, Prime, no, never been on any. The strongest medication I ever had was like high dose aspirin when I had my teeth removed, my wisdom teeth removed. So no, I don't take any pharmaceuticals. I don't take it just alcohol. And that day I hadn't had anything to drink, so.
That's kind of messed up. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I wish I could have been like, yeah, that weird crazy thing. Well, I think maybe they needed to up my medication or some shit like that. It's just like, yeah, no, it just me
You have
being
had no kind of tendency of being a schizo, I guess.
no, none,
Of course.
none.
Well, kind of. Sorry to break it to you, dude, but this might have actually been a real fucking thing in that case, buddy.
I have no doubt that it was at least my perception of it was reality.
Yeah.
I'll put it that way. It's like it, and the fact that my friend beside me, she saw it too. So
Yeah. Last time I checked,
That's where it gets
hallucination.
creepy.
Yeah, hallucination doesn't really sync up that much.
no, well, and see the thing was, because I said to her when she saw it, it's like, did you see it? And of course she did. And it was like, look, let's not talk about this until we can get back to your apartment. And her roommate, we described it to the roommate individually. We, I was in one room. She told the story, so I couldn't hear her. And, the other roommate comes into the, the guest bedroom, and I describe it. And it matched up exactly.
Oh, you were thorough.
Oh yeah, because I was not going to be just like, hey, yeah, I saw this crazy thing. It was like, all right, I saw something. I got to figure out if because I've got a co-witness here. I got to figure out if we were seeing the same thing or we were, because I didn't want it to be a feedback loop, where we both start talking about it and becomes this more, gigantic, grotesque thing.
Yeah, or if
where,
you actually manage to talk to it and subconsciously agree to it, like, oh, it was totally that. Yeah, it was totally that.
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean, the only thing we talked about that, we had any conversation about was the woman with the hollow eyes. And yeah, it's just that was because it was right there, and we were almost simultaneously. It's like, do you see that? And yeah, it was weird because the woman was sitting behind three just absolutely plastered out of their mind, college women, and who were giggling and loud. So it's like, of course, you look over that way, and it was like right behind them on the seat right by the aisle, and just kind of blankly staring, not at us, but down the aisle. And it was just, okay, are we seeing that? And yeah.
Man. If she was...
Yeah.
What if she actually... Now, I'm just gonna start spitballing here, but what if she was kind of mind merged with the creature, controlling it, while she sat on the bus?
Could be. I really don't know, but it was one of those things where it was striking in that it was the absence of eyes with
both her and the thing. Oh. Wait, so an absence.
Yeah, there's just like nothing in the eyes. Just it just holes where eyes should be. Just empty sockets. And that was kind of that actually made me more uncomfortable than the creature itself.
It's fucking understandable. Well,
So,
there's a reason
yeah.
why humans always go for looking at each other's eyes first of all.
Mhm.
Unless you're really, really well endowed woman.
No.
That's the second thing.
My eyes are up.
Eyes are
Yeah,
just
I know,
good.
but I'm not looking at your eyes.
Let's see. Mouse. That's a, I mean, terrifying in the situation, but damn interesting to be honest. At least for me.
Well, that was kind of the odd thing for me. Because I think the natural inclination would be to panic and run. And that was my, kind of what was going on in the back of my head. But there was something also just like, no, it wants you to run. It wants the pursuit kind of thing. And I was just like, no, I'm just gonna walk briskly and keep one eye over my shoulder. Yeah, it was strange.
Yeah. Well, that was a pretty good one.
Good? I don't know if I'd go that
Oh, well,
far.
I mean, it's good as in interesting. I'm sorry, fucking.
No. I'm teasing you right now.
Yeah. I mean, it's gotta be fucking
Yeah.
terrifying. Jesus, I don't think I've had a moment like that myself.
I hope you don't. I hope nobody on here gets to deal with that weirdness.
So if you were gonna give it
So
a
it doesn't
name,
sound
then
right, does it?
if you're gonna give it
No.
a name, then do you? If you were to give it a name,
Oof.
Trym to
I'm-
go.
yeah, there is.
I've
wait,
always
wait,
just-
there. See, and there you go. Here's me.
There, yeah, that's it. Yep, just put a beard on it.
Yep, and glasses. There you go. It is me now. I am the creature. Hello, Bleach.
I must be wildly behind.
Hello, Bleach. I've been looking for you. You lost your wallet.
Then whose credit cards have I been using all this time?
Mine, actually. Dick.
Damn. All right, well, I'm gonna overdraw before returning.
No.
Oh dear.
Oh gosh, as far as a name, I just always kind of called it the Salem thing.
I mean, that's as good as a name as any.
Mm.
I mean, it's not very creative now, is it?
Nah, but the Jersey Devil, something that looks like a deer kangaroo with teeth.
Yeah.
Mm. Well, I suppose at least it's different to the devil going down to Georgia.
Yeah, but
Well,
he
but
just
you got to
sucks.
get your golden fiddle.
Yep. He did like
Hey.
the fiddle. That's a good fucking song, by the way. Love it.
It is.
Oh.
So, speaking of good songs, have you told Bleach about the education I gave you in music the other day, Trym?
Nope. Did you give me an education in music?
Yes.
Well,
Remember those songs I was playing to you, Johnny Horton?
oh
something about
yeah,
Bismarck?
those were good.
Did you introduce Trym to Jerry Reed though?
I think we did one of his.
Oh, okay. Ah, yes. Classic American country.
She got the gold.
Yep.
I got the shaft.
I got the shaft.
Yep. Jerry Reed.
And Dolly Parton, right?
No. Well,
Yeah,
I think he might have
that's
done
the
a
good
recording
version.
with her later, but
He did do a version with it, but yeah, it's his song. But I mean, if you, why wouldn't you do it with Dolly Parton if you got the opportunity?
I mean, she's
Oh,
got
yeah,
the right.
I mean-
She's got the right gusto.
she's got the right gold mine.
Yep.
Oh dear.
I like drawing monsters, like fair folktale monsters.
Her husband's living the life though.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
No one
Get
knows
to be a
who the
kept
fuck
man.
he is, but he's just sitting, running around doing whatever the fuck he wants. Probably takes the boat out on weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's what the fucking people in relationship with celebrities should do. Just shut the fuck up, stay in
Shut
the
the fuck
background,
up, yeah.
and do nothing.
Yep.
Yep.
Just be irrelevant.
Yep.
What? Yeah, the interesting thing I've always had a great deal of respect for her was the fact that she's always kind of kept going back to her roots in Tennessee.
Oh.
Mm.
And she got that what's that theme park, like Dollywood or some damn thing.
Dollywood, yeah.
And but they had a huge series of fires about 6-7 years ago, and she just started, making sure the locals were looked after, not just because they worked for her, obviously, a lot of them, but really looked after the community, because it was like, grew up there, still had family connections there, so.
That's good. That is nice. That shit just doesn't happen from the usual celebrity, because they're not people.
Yeah.
Sadly, I think her book program has attracted some books that we wouldn't like on it, but that's not out of maliciousness, I don't think.
Nah.
No. Well, it's. I think they adopted her rather than the other way around, and sure, whatever, I'll make money.
Let's see. Then I guess I'm going with this shape, right?
Yes.
Let's see if I can.
Yep.
All right, so we got a quarter. Let's see, quarter. I can go for a little bit over an hour. So let's see how we get to do this.
Well, it's your show, Trym.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
We're just along for the ride.
Indeed, you are.
Tell a few creepy stories, and yeah.
Yeah. Oh Lord.
Yeah.
That was a really good story, though. Honestly.
I wish it wasn't. I wish it was just a story.
Yeah. But it's like, do you think there's a chance? Did you get some kind of free sample of something while there?
No. The only thing
the brownies were tainted, Trym.
That's kind of what I'm
unless they did something with the oysters,
Well, I mean, it's oysters. Ew.
Oh, delicious.
Maybe that one.
Snotty.
Maybe
yes.
the Salem oysterer. Coming to give you
the
free
Salem oysterer.
Yeah, coming to give you free samples.
Oh, yeah. God, now that it's being colored in, it's just like, that looks more like it than just seeing the outline.
Yeah. Kind of sorry if I'm making up some bad memories, but again, that just, I mean, I'm kind of sorry, but I'm also kind of happy because that means I nailed it pretty well.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't call it bad memories. It was just intense memories.
Yeah. Like the most intense meeting I've had with a creature was like a badger when I was walking to school one morning.
You know what the worst part of that story is, Trym? Badgers are real.
Yeah, badgers are real. And the badgers around where I live, they're kind of aggressive, or they're scared of humans, of course, but if they choose fight instead of flight, they're known for biting you and not letting go until something snaps. Right?
Something in you.
Yes, exactly. So, well,
Honey badger don't give a damn.
Yes. I mean, badgers are just the one big middle finger, but Norwegian badgers tend to be calm unless they're not, because there might be rabies and shit. So there was always this thing. I don't remember what quite, but I think there was rabies or something similar, because our parents started talking about if we saw a badger, we had to run and get away quickly. So I think there was some kind of disease among them that could spread over to humans. But
rabies?
Lovely.
Yes, there was at least if you saw a badger, you had to run. So I'm walking down, tired as fuck, towards school. I was just a little kid though. I wasn't even in my early teens. And I heard the bushes rustle behind me. And 50 meters away from me, I just see a badger pop out of the bushes and stare me in the eyes. And we stood there for 4 seconds just staring into each other's eyes. And it moved, but I didn't move it turns out it didn't move after me, but its head bobbed forward And I turned around and
And
started
Trym
running.
was fucking gone.
Yes,
Yeah, I mean, I
actually.
would be.
Like a fucking cartoon character. I mean, I was going
Wait, you're
around,
not?
bitch. I was going around thinking, "Fuck this! This backpack of books is heavy. It hurts in my back." And suddenly, I didn't even remember that the backpack was on my back. That was a very fast
Yeah.
Trym that morning.
Well, he like left a cloud of dust in the shape of a little Trym.
Yes, basically. And I ran past like there were three farms on the way down to the bus station, right? I ran past the first one, and it was normal that I tended to go down to the neighbor farm and hang out there with the others while they were preparing. Then we walked down together. I just ran past, and it was like, when they met me afterwards, like, so we saw you running, just dead sprinting all the way down to the second farm. So what happened is I saw a badger, and I thought it started running after me. It's like, oh.
Well, you have.
Oh, dear.
You've got Badger.
Yes, you got badger. Better fucking run. Of course.
Getting badgered by your Trym.
Yes. So yeah, and I was kind of scared of badgers too. It might also be that the parents were just joking with us, like, "Aha, if you get bit, it's like that." But there were some cases, like the one case of being bit by a badger within those years, there was a guy who had been attacked by a badger, and it had just.
What's
bit
his name, Trym?
No, it wasn't me.
You
But it was-
sure?
Yes, because if I had a
Yeah,
badger
absolutely
bite my fucking
certain.
legs, I would not be like, "Oh, did it happen? Did it happen?" No, I would be like, "Oh, it fucking happened. It fucking hurt." I haven't really been bitten that much, except for cats, but cats always do that. Dicks.
Fucking
Yeah.
cats.
We love them.
If you haven't been bitten by a cat, you've never had a cat.
Exactly.
Or you're not living until you've been bitten by a cat.
Maureen, have you bitten Bleach?
Oof. No, she's not a cat.
Oh no.
She's a dinosaur with stubby arms.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. That'll cover more. That'll cover more though.
I mean,
Stubby
basically, it's like
arms.
Basically.
how to get devoured.
We don't talk about vor here.
Oh.
Oh, you know what it is. I feel sorry for you, dude. I hate you.
I've had to read what it
Is it
is.
on
I
the
never saw it
internet?
anymore.
Sometimes I just realize how much of a mistake the internet is. Jesus.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, like all of it.
Yeah. Or it was a
Yeah.
mistake when Silicon Valley got its grubby hands on it. That's
Yeah.
that's a real Salem monster. Salem thing. Oh,
True.
dude, what if it was just Mark Zuckerberg after a walk?
No, it didn't have a hoodie on.
No, but he had lost his hoodie.
I mean that. I don't know. This thing
I mean,
seemed more
possibly.
human than lizard.
Fair. I could have said something else, but that is outside of the OS. But goddamn,
No, we're
it's
not
tempting.
streaming on Facebook. You know.
Now I was talking about something else that this thing reminded me of during the first description yesterday.
Oh dear.
Let's see. But yeah, yes, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. I wouldn't fucking want to meet it because it reminds me about a sort of a blackish rake, a black rake. Though rakes aren't hairy, are they? They're naked skinned. Or that depends on.
It depends on a lot, I thought. But...
Let's see.
Yeah. Yeah. That's definitely got the look.
Oh yeah. Oh, I agree with Little Green Martian. The biggest mistake in the history of internet was Tumblr banning porn on their website because that means that the fucking Tumblr rights just escape.
Sam,
What?
careful.
No. I'm still
The
keeping with
YouTube's run by the Tumblr rights.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I keep forgetting that. Again,
Which are far worse creatures to face than This.
At
Yeah,
least,
you wouldn't want to run into one of them at night.
yeah, at least this one lets you go when you reach a church. They'll just
At least
burn
this
the
one
church.
just eats you.
Yeah. The Tumblrites will burn the church to get to you and your
Trym.
flesh. What?
You're
Channel
right.
monetization
Good.
maybe someday. Shh.
This is the only title with a chance. Careful.
Okay, fair enough. Let's see. You know what's just done a black and white sketch? Good times. For me.
Not good times to bleach.
Ambivalent times. But damn, now that thing's that looks a lot like it.
Nice.
Nice.
Again, sorry for that, but I'm also,
No.
I'm also thank
yeah.
you for that because, yeah, that means I'm doing decently enough to work up descriptions.
Well, I think the thing that gets me about just telling the story is there's always especially around Halloween and all that, and people are like, oh, we're going to talk about witchcraft and blah blah blah, and it's like, yes, okay, fine. I like to harass people. It's like, that's my people, that's my culture. You're culturally appropriating my family.
My family got hanged because of this.
Yeah,
You're making a costume of my ancestors.
There you
yeah.
go.
It's literally my culture isn't your costume, and I get to run with that.
There you go. Kind of like me when it comes to trolls in games.
Yes.
Those are my people.
What, your ex-girlfriends?
We don't need to talk about that.
Speaking of...
Ooh. Didn't they do a big update with Valheim recently?
Yes. Funnily enough, that's what I was speaking of. We need to harass the Dinko.
Yes.
Yes.
Because
Have you-
basically that's what we're waiting on.
Oh, so you found a new server?
Not really, but we're waiting on the Dinko to
Yes.
have 5 minutes to scratch your balls, which is hard when you've got a kid.
Yeah, especially when that
Put-
kid starts making.
Put the
noises.
newborn down. It's been a month.
Exactly.
She's gone from crazy cat lady to crazy mama.
I mean, I guess that's an improvement.
It is.
But was there any doubt that that crazy would be involved?
Exactly.
I mean, she's Scottish.
Exactly.
Exactly.
What if she ends up being like, which of you doesn't flush the toilet when you take a shit? Looking at Jack and Gracie.
Ooh. And then it turns out it's actually George.
Just as long as they don't roll in the litter tray like the puppy did.
Oh god, I remember that one. It's covered in poo. That's what she wrote me. It's like, it's covered in poo.
Yeah. Oh god.
I imagine Disco standing there, just like with the phone, just looking at it. It's covered in shit.
Mm-hmm.
No, I remember the aftermath. And she's like, yes, the shower's filthy too. It's like, I didn't need to know.
Thank you for the
Yeah.
mental images, Disco. Oh, you're
Oh, well,
welcome.
at least the good news is once Disco's got 5 seconds to rub together, we've got plenty of games that we can play, and given that what they are, being able to do 3 weeks on one, 3 weeks on the other might keep the novelty alive for the audience as well, which would help,
Yes.
possibly.
And also, I'm waiting for a reply for the other thingy, so it might be that I might be more available in not in the closer future, but in a bit of a distant future. It all
that would
depends
be
on situations.
Swallow Well, swollen, but yeah.
Swollen? Oh, that's a fucking word.
So we've got Space Engineers and Valheim for some big multiplayer shenanigans. So that's good.
I'm
That's
Yes.
gonna be
That was
worthwhile.
fun stuff.
Yeah, gonna have to do a reboot.
Yeah.
Even if we hadn't lost the server, I think at this point it needs for a reboot. It's been that flippin' long.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Gosh.
Badly.
No way I'm going back to the swamp with no recollection of what the fuck I'm doing. That was horrible. That was horrible.
You've always got no idea what you're doing.
No. Okay.
We've been playing Smash Zombies 3 for how long, and you still can't remember the controls?
It's confusing, okay? I'm not used to... Okay, fine. Damn it.
No, I'll forgive you for that one. The controls are really poorly ported.
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, that's right. It started out as a console,
Yep.
didn't it?
Yeah.
And it's an Xbox controller, and I prefer my Switch Pro controller. And even then,
Yeah,
it's just...
You do not want to use the keyboard, that's for frickin' sure.
Yeah, it is... The controls are so floaty. Like, I'm going and pressing to go fucking into the car, and for some reason, no, you want to jump now. Okay, and why am I
You
picking
realise
up a
that's a
B?
different button, and you're fat thumbing it.
Yep, pretty much. Fat thumb. That's what I got. Like, this is the size of my thumb.
What, the biggest stuff for it? Oh dear.
We can check the pixel size of it. Oh, wait, we can do that here.
Cave Dweller in the Descent.
Oh! Those are fucking weird.
Man, it's been... I watched The Descent only once, and I was like, yeah.
When I was a kid, I watched The Descent, and it was the scariest movie I knew. It was...
Crawlers from the Descent.
Yes, the crawlers.
Oh, it's just an orc.
Well, it is basically that, but I really... That movie scared the shit out of me because I watched it in my mid-teens.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And the
Yeah.
wildlife up there, it reminded me about, not exactly as large, but if you walk a mile from where my family farm was, you could get to a forest area that was almost identical to the before they got to the cave systems in that movie. So that's why it kind of scared me more, and I always had a very livid imagination, I think it's the word.
Vivid.
Vivid imagination. Levende fantasi in Norwegian.
Yeah. Yeah. Livid means kind of like enraged.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it did get enraged from time to time.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Oh dear.
Let's not talk about that.
I don't want to think about Trym's enraged imagination when he
Yeah.
was a teenager.
As long as it wasn't an engorged imagination.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
Trym doesn't want to remember that.
Hey, at least I didn't. At least I never found out what the fuck Tumblr was. Okay. That's a blessing
Fair.
to humanity and me.
Yeah, that's it. You just turned out as a garden variety degenerate rather than a friggin' furry.
Dude, let's put it like this. Had I fucking known Tumblr, I would have been a fucking lefty freak at this point.
Trym, you can't
God
say
damn it!
that.
Stop bringing up the subject, that fucking hell. But yes,
I didn't.
you did. You brought it there. I'm not taking any responsibility for my own misactions.
Your own actions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like taking a child out. You have to go back a second time to apologize.
Yeah. I'm sorry for that actually happened once. Oh dear.
Oh no.
Yeah, I was a fucking
Why
asshole.
is none of this shocking? That's the thing that's bothering me.
No,
It's like,
it's not bothering. It's not really bothering you. You know me now, Bleach. You've known me for long enough. You have come to expect it.
yeah, sadly.
It is like watching someone in your family who's should have been fucking dead 5 years ago, and then it's like, oh no, it's not dead. Oh no, it's in the hospital now. It might die. Oh no, okay. Doing that for 5 fucking years. Let's see. Give me 2 seconds. I'm getting called.
1, 2.
3, 4, 5. Ah.
Congratulations, we've taken over the stream.
Hello, I'm back.
Ah, damn.
That was like 8 seconds.
Wait, what did you just say?
Nothing.
Uh-huh. Let's see. Fuck no if you took over the fucking stream. Jesus. You know, your rule over my stream lasted shorter than fucking Starscream's rule as the Decepticon leader.
You'd like to think that.
That's pretty funny. I
You'd like
timed
to,
it
you
once.
would like to think that.
I timed it once. He only got 30 seconds as being the Decepticon leader before Galvatron blasted
Oh
him
look.
to death.
That's where he's immune because he's an admin. One of the two.
Admin?
Yeah, I need to fix that.
Yes.
Oh dear.
Let's see. Reading through chat. Yep. LGM is finding out, your Starscream porn there. So there you
What?
You found your DeviantArt account apparently.
Ew. I need to delete that.
go.
Man, I miss old DeviantArt when it was just art. Man, I love like the art memes where
But it was
fandom
art,
memes.
not porn.
Yes. Jesus. You can find some good stuff there too in that side too, but
Yeah.
But now it's just weird, disgusting shit, and like the art memes, dude, like Resident Evil, Dead Space. You had a lot of good memes. Mass Effect 2, where people would draw things they liked about it, and it was a nice way to just find people and see what they could do.
Yeah. It's like with everything on the internet. It starts out really great, and then it just slowly descends into chaos and madness.
Yeah. Fucking hell. Can't have anything nice these days.
No.
I blame the crabs.
I blame this thing.
Well, yeah.
Seems fair.
Maybe this was the harbinger of the future.
Oh god. I mean,
Well,
wouldn't be
it's
wrong.
Okay,
a lot.
that joke I did not mean it like that. Jesus fucking Christ.
Too late.
Okay, I kind of meant it, sort of, but not that way.
Uh-huh.
YouTube. Let's see.
And let's see. I'm just scrolling to my Steam wish list, and Payday 3 is a grand 41%.
I don't want to play.
Good job, guys.
I don't want to play.
Probably
Payday.
doesn't help that they were releasing frigging paid DLC up until the day it launched for
Of
the
course.
previous game.
Jesus fucking Christ. Like Payday is one of those games
holy
which you love
crap.
the second game of it, and then they kind of
Mm.
died.
Well, the second game's basically got nothing to do with the first game.
Oh.
Because the first game's a linear shooter.
And what's the third game then?
It's basically the second game again, but this time you can pay for all the DLC again.
No.
Oh, lovely.
Fuck that noise.
Yeah.
Oh god,
Anno
that's some CA
1800
shit, dude.
is still $90 frigging dollars.
Dude, that's some
The
fucking
fu- fu-
CA level bullshit right there.
Yeah, basically. I mean,
Ooh.
that's always on. That's online games all over, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Evil West is still $80, so that's probably going to be a no.
Yeah.
The Division 2, I don't know why I know this, but it's 70% off for $8.99.
Ew. But is it
Like-
really a reason for us to
Mm.
get that game?
Is it worth it at that price? No, probably not.
No idea. Yeah. It's like, cause I remember playing the Division a long time ago. I was like, yeah, it'd be better in a co-op setting, but
Yeah, was it made to be sort of a co-op shooter game?
I thought so. But
It's basically just another battle royale, isn't it?
Yeah.
kind of, sort of. It's if you take some elements from Cyberpunk, where you're kind of like clearing out areas, then it's got a little bit of that to it from what I remember, but
Yeah.
I played it for a while, got fed up with the whole Ubisoft thing, and it's like, yeah, I'm out.
You know what would be really
Ubisoft
nice to do with
ruins
you
a lot
guys?
of games that touches. Play a decent friggin' game.
That too.
Yeah.
But speaking of decent game, having an RP if we can find a fucking DM.
Yes, that's still in the process, TM.
Yes.
Because we need to find somebody who's A, willing to take it on, and B, will do a good job.
Mm-hmm.
And C, meets super secret hidden criteria that I can talk to you two about at a later time.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's see. So, I am now technically out of time, so this will be the... What was it? Salem thing.
Yep.
The thing of Salem.
The Salem Swallow.
The stalker
Whoa.
of Bleach.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I've had one of those too.
Yeah, there.
Well,
I have
the
one of those
bleach
too.
stalker.
Yeah.
Actual
Sadly,
I'd like-
she was
I'd
much
like
more
to-
flesh and blood.
Mm.
Hollow soul, not hollow eyes.
There you go. Oh.
And though this has rabies, that had STDs.
Uh-huh.
Well, so what is your judgment of this, Bessic and Bleach?
Yeah, that's pretty
It's-
damn close.
Why did you spend so long on the ass?
Wait a minute.
Uh-oh, are you turning it into ardent?
Yep.
Oh,
go.
Marky, we can't go there.
Oh! I would have read that out, but I can't. But
Yeah.
holy
Disney
shit,
ruins everything.
it did.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you for sharing the story, and also thank you for giving me this opportunity to make this creature. Like, this is a all-out original thing too, because only you've seen this, you and your friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Full copyright.
Woo!
Put it on merch.
I mean, fine. Well,
That reminds me, I need to update some sort of merch stores. Because
yes.
lazy.
Well,
Actually, I need to go fighting with frigging Teespring because they suck.
being
Their
lazy.
website sucks. Anyway.
Being
I'll let
lazy
you
is
do
nothing
what
new
you do.
here in the Sultans.
No. What?
When we were supposed to start that RP campaign? When did we announce we wanted to do one? Oh well. It's probably time for you to outro, Trym.
Yes, it is. So, we are planning to do another one tomorrow, right, guys? You think you'll be able to
Right.
join in for that one?
Yeah, the computer will be turned on. Whether there'll be anyone home is another question entirely, eh?
Yeah, true. We'll discuss it either later today or early tomorrow. Well, with that, everyone, I would like to say thank you for joining me. Thank you, Bleach. Thank you, Bessic.
You're welcome, sir.
Yep. Thanks. Strange memories.
Yes. Thank you for
Thank
sharing.
you, even stranger chat.
And I
Yep.
have now been able to reawaken Bleach's nightmares. Thank you, everyone, for coming along. Green Martian, Peterson, no, Peters.
Who's
Fucking
Peterson?
hell. Peters. Maureen Peters. Marku, Ardent, and also Callum and Christopher Everard. If there's anyone I've forgotten, then sorry about that. I don't have good memories. Have a wonderful day, and thank you to everyone for joining along. Bye-bye.
It's alright, man.
See ya.